How do you think cruise lines make billions of dollars a year when they sell tickets for as low as $50 a night? I will tell you. They don't make profit on the ticket. In fact, on many cheap itineraries, the cruise line is actually losing money the moment you step onto the gangway. They make their profit the second you step on board. We are taught in the industry that a passenger is essentially a walking wallet. The ship is designed like a casino. There are no clocks, the lighting is manipulated, and every single amenity is engineered to separate you from your cash. Statistics show that the average cruiser wastes over $400 per person on things they don't need, don't use, or could have gotten for free. This isn't just about being frugal. It is about not being exploited. Today, I am going to save you that money. I am revealing the 10 cruise extras that are marketed as luxury upgrades, but are actually total financial ripoffs. From the art auction scam that has been running for decades, to the drink package math that never adds up, here is how to stop being a tourist and start cruising like a pro. Let's start with the most common ripoff that catches almost everyone on their first day. The bottled water myth. You arrive in your cabin, tired from traveling. There on the desk is a large, refreshing bottle of spring water. It looks like a welcome gift from the cruise line. You crack it open. Congratulations, you just spent $7 plus an 18% gratuity. Cruise lines rely heavily on the persistent myth that tap water on ships is unsafe or tastes like salt. This is a complete lie designed to sell plastic. The tap water on a modern cruise ship is legally required to be safer than the water in most U.S. cities. It goes through a rigorous process of desalination, mineralization, and reverse osmosis filtration. It is tested for bacteria every single hour. By buying the bottled water package or paying for individual bottles, you are paying a 4,000% markup on something that is literally flowing out of the tap in your bathroom for free. I have seen passengers spend $200 a week just on water because they were afraid. Do not be that person. Bring a high-quality refillable insulated bottle. Fill it at the buffet dispensers or in your bathroom. It tastes perfectly fine, it stays cold, and it saves you enough money to buy a nice dinner. Next, we need to talk about the biggest financial black hole on the ocean: the art auctions. You will see flyers for these everywhere in your daily planner. Free champagne, they scream. Exclusive Park West collection, they promise. You go for the free drink, thinking it will be a fun, cultural experience. You listen to a charismatic auctioneer with a British accent tell you that a print by Peter Max or Salvador Dali is an investment that will double in value in 5 years. He creates a sense of urgency. He tells you this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Do not fall for this. The art sold on cruise ships is notoriously overpriced, and often appraised at values far higher than what you could ever resell it for on land. These are often giclée prints, which is just a fancy word for a high-quality inkjet copy. They are not originals. There are thousands of horror stories of passengers spending $10,000 on a painting, getting home, and finding out it is worth a fraction of that on eBay. The cruise lines make a massive commission on these sales, which is why they push them so hard. Enjoy the free champagne if you want. Wander around and look at the pretty pictures, but keep your hands firmly in your pockets. If you want to invest in art, go to a reputable gallery in New York or London, not a ballroom on a moving boat in the middle of the Caribbean. Now let's address the elephant in the room: the unlimited drink package. This is the most controversial and aggressively marketed topic in cruising. The cruise lines push this before you even sail, sending you emails about limited-time discounts. It costs anywhere from $60 to over $100 per day per person. And here is the catch that traps many families. Usually, if one adult in the cabin buys it, every adult in the cabin must buy it to prevent sharing. So, for a couple, You are looking at over $1,500 just for drinks for a week. Let's do the real math that they don't want you to do. The average beer is $8. The average cocktail is $14. To break even on a standard package, you need to drink about 7 to 10 alcoholic drinks every single day of your vacation. That is not just a vacation. That is a full-time job. Unless you plan on being intoxicated from breakfast mimosas until bedtime nightcaps, paying as you go is almost always cheaper. Furthermore, think about the logistics. On port days, you are off the ship for 8 hours exploring Rome or climbing a waterfall in Jamaica. You cannot use your package on land. You are paying $100 for a day where you might only have one drink at dinner. Do the math honestly before you buy. If you only drink 3 or 4 cocktails a day, pay as you go. You will come out ahead. Number 4 is a classic fear-based upsell. The ship-sponsored shore excursions. You have heard the warning 1,000 times. If you book a tour with a local, the ship won't wait for you if you are late. If you book with us, the ship waits. While this is technically true, it is a marketing tactic used to scare you into paying double or triple the market price. Local tour operators in places like Cozumel, Alaska, or the Mediterranean rely entirely on cruise passengers for their livelihood. Their reputation depends on getting you back on time. If they made people miss ships, they would be out of business in a week. They track the ship times better than you do. When you book through the ship, you are often put on a crowded bus with 50 other people, moving at the pace of the slowest person, and visiting predetermined tourist traps where the guides get kickbacks. If you book directly with a local guide, or use a reputable third-party site like Viator or Shore Excursions Group, you get a private or small group experience, better food, and you save massive amounts of money. Often, these independent tours have a return-to-ship guarantee insurance policy anyway. Just be responsible and plan to be back an hour early. The fear premium the cruise line charges is simply not worth it for a mediocre bus ride. Let's move to something that appeals to our vanity: the photo gallery. Every night, photographers will stop you at dinner, on the gangway, and by the pool. They will tell you to pose like you are on the Titanic or make you do silly faces. By the end of the week, you walk through the photo gallery and see a wall of photos of yourself. They look nice because the lighting is professional. But then you see the price. $25 for a single 8x10 print, or $300 for a digital package. In the age of iPhones and high-quality cameras that we all carry in our pockets, paying hundreds of dollars for staged photos is a relic of the past. The backgrounds are often cheesy and dated. The quality is rarely better than what your partner can take of you on the balcony at sunset with portrait mode. Also, realize that once you buy them, you rarely look at them again. They end up in a drawer. Take your own photos. Ask a fellow passenger to take a photo of your group. They will be happy to do it if you do the same for them. It's free, it's fun, and it looks more natural. Number 6 is deceptive because it masquerades as wellness. The spa. A massage on a cruise ship sounds like heaven. You imagine relaxing music and ocean views. But often, it turns into a high-pressure sales pitch. You pay $200 for a 50-minute massage, which is already twice the price of a high-end spa on land. But you don't get 50 minutes of relaxation. You get 40 minutes of massage and 10 minutes of the therapist telling you that your body is full of toxins and your skin is dehydrated. They will then try to sell you Elemis detox oils or specialized brushes for an additional $100. It ruins the entire relaxing experience. You leave feeling stressed because you had to say no 5 times. Also, be aware of the automatic 18 to 20% gratuity added to the already inflated price. If you really want a massage, wait for the port day specials. When everyone else is off the ship exploring the port, the spa empties out and prices often drop by 30%. And tell the therapist up front before they start, "I am not buying any products today. I just want to relax. Please do not sell to me." Another massive waste of money is the internet package. We all want to stay connected, but ship Wi-Fi is satellite-based. Despite improvements like Starlink on some fleets, it can still be slow and spotty depending on where you are in the ocean. And it is incredibly expensive, often $20 to $30 per device per day. Ask yourself, do you really need to check work emails on your vacation? Or scroll through Instagram seeing what people at home are doing? Disconnecting is the ultimate luxury. It allows you to be present with your family. If you really need to check in or download a movie, just wait until you get to port. Almost every bar, restaurant, and cafe near the cruise terminal offers free, high-speed Wi-Fi to customers. Buy a coffee for $3 and download your content there, instead of paying $150 for the week for frustratingly slow ship internet. Number 8 is specialty dining. The steakhouse, the Italian trattoria, the sushi bar. The food looks amazing in the brochures, and the cruise lines market it as if the main dining room food is cafeteria sludge. That is simply not true. You have already paid for your food in your ticket price. The main dining room offers 3-course meals, often including steak, lobster tails, prime rib, and elaborate desserts. The chefs in the specialty restaurants are often the same chefs rotating from the main galley. By paying $50 a head for a specialty restaurant, plus gratuity, you are essentially paying twice for dinner. Yes, for a very special anniversary or birthday, it might be a nice treat. But buying the unlimited dining package is usually overkill. You will be so full from the free food at the buffet, the pizza station, and the main dining room that forcing yourself to eat heavy, rich meals every single night just to get your money's worth becomes a chore, not a joy. Let's talk about the casino. Cruise ship casinos are not Las Vegas. In Vegas, casinos are strictly regulated by state gaming commissions that mandate a certain payout percentage for slot machines to ensure fairness. In international waters, those regulations do not exist. The cruise line sets the payout rates, and they are notoriously tight. The odds are heavily stacked against you. It is designed as entertainment, not a way to make money. Furthermore, many cruise casinos still allow smoking, which can be unpleasant for non-smokers. If you enjoy playing, set a strict budget of cash you are willing to lose and leave your credit card in the cabin safe. But do not expect fair odds. The house always wins, but on a ship, the house wins much more often and much faster. Finally, number 10. The onboard shopping. Specifically the jewelry and inch of gold sales. You will see huge events on the promenade advertising gold chains $10 per inch, or massive sales on tanzanite and diamonds. It creates a frenzy. People line up thinking they are getting duty-free bargains. In reality, the gold chains are often gold-plated base metal that will tarnish and turn your neck green by the time you get home. The gemstones are often low-quality, commercial-grade stones that have been heavily treated to look better under the bright jewelry store lights. You are a captive audience with no internet signal to compare prices. If you buy a ring and a stone falls out 2 months later, good luck trying to get it repaired or returned. If you want jewelry, buy it from a reputable jeweler at home, where you have a warranty and a return policy. Buying expensive items in the middle of the ocean is a gamble you will likely lose. Cruising is fantastic, but it is a business first. Their goal is to maximize onboard revenue. Your goal is to have a great time without being exploited. By avoiding these 10 rip-offs, you can save literally thousands of dollars on a single trip. Spend that money on a better cabin, a flight upgrade, or save it for your next adventure. Now, I want to hear from you. What is the biggest waste of money you have ever seen on a cruise ship? Did you buy the drink package and regret it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to know which cabins to avoid so you don't ruin your sleep with noise and vibration, you need to watch the video on the screen right now. Safe travels and smart spending.